Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Hope you're having a great day or great night wherever you are in the world. In this video we are going to be restoring a HP Pavilion G6. It's going to get a nice clean up, some nice new thermal paste. We're going to clean out the inside. Hopefully I can get this HP apart a lot easier than I did with the HP Stream. We're going to give it a clean with some isopropyl alcohol. It is running Windows 7. I will show you the specs in a bit. I'm going to put the laptop onto my capture device, so I don't have to record the screen and you guys can see it clearer. What I am going to do is, because it's running Windows 7 and it's unsupported now, it's been unsupported for a few years. I'm going to try and install Windows 11 on here. And see how it performs, and see what games we can play and all stuff like that. So let me just open up the laptop screen, as I can't do it with one hand. As you can see, it's lifting the entire laptop up with it. So I'm just going to pause the video and then open up the screen. Okay, so I've got the screen open. As you can see, it's a nice big glossy screen. We have the webcam up here, HP webcam, with what I believe is a sensor, or that might be a light for low light conditions. We have the model number, the Pavilion G6. We have the HP logo down here. We have the power button over here, and we have some label over here. See what I can see what that says. Aztec. Does that say Aztec? Altec. Maybe the audio is done by Altec. Got a nice keyboard. It's got a nice pushy feel to it. Nice and wide. So if you've got big fingers like myself, you won't be hitting any other keys. We've got a nice trackpad. I'm guessing this little notch here is a trackpad locker. Clickers are very clicky. We do get lots of touchpad space, which is quite common on these laptops. Windows 7 era. We have an Intel Pentium inside with Windows 7 logo and HP Premier Experience. On the side we have what looks to be just a DVD drive and a USB port and the power adapter just there. Let's turn it round. Do we have anything on the front? Can't see nothing. There's no lights or anything. Okay, so let's turn it round then. On this side we have a VGA port, HDMI, Ethernet, 2 USB ports, microphone, headphone jack, and a card reader jack. Card reader port, sorry, not jack. Then if we just close the laptop and flip it over, we have the battery here, and I'm guessing this part here is where the CPU and memory would be installed, which we will be taking apart later on in the video. But for now, I'm just going to power it on and show you what's inside the specs of this laptop. Okay, so we are just loading into Windows 7. Let's just wait for it to load up and then we can get into the system specs. Okay, so here we go. Let's just log into this account. And I'll be back when it's loading to the desktop. Okay, so here we go. We are now onto the desktop finally. It still hasn't finished loading yet. I'm not sure what's going on there. The laptop seems a bit flimsy in this part. Okay, let's go into control panel. Let's see what we can see. System. Okay, we have a Intel Pentium CPU B960 at 2.2 GHz. We have 6 GB of memory installed, and we have 64-bit operating system, and we have a Windows Experience Index of 4.6. Is that the graphics? Is that the lowest? Is the graphics the lowest? Or is it a CPU? Okay, let's have a look what that's loading. Let's have a look what graphics is in here. It's probably just Intel HD graphics. Still have a lot of stuff loading up. Come on, open. We have Intel HD graphics and a dual core CPU. Okay, so we have Intel HD graphics. Yes, I know that. Okay, so the CPU scored 6.1 out of 7.9. Memory got 7.2 out of 7.9. Graphics scored 5.1 out of 7.9. Gaming graphics is 4.6 out of 7.9. And the disk data transfer rate is 5.9 out of 7.9. Okay, so that's all that's that done. What size hard drive do we have? It looks like we have a 500 GB hard drive. Let's see if we can get into that. No, it's password protected. Yes, so we're going to wipe this laptop and install Windows 11 and see how it goes. So I will be back then. Okay, now it's time to clean the laptop. Just got one screw to take out here. First of all, I'm just going to remove the battery. Then we can remove this screw here, which hopefully should reveal the CPU and the heatsink. Okay, so that just comes off like so. Nope, there is no heatsink underneath here. So then, does that mean that we're going to have to take the bottom off? I think so. Okay, we'll do that. There's a screw here. Come on. There is one here. There's another one here. There we go. Is there any in here? I'm just going to release this one because this should release this screw should release the DVD drive. I do hope you can see that. There's one here for the keyboard. and then there's one down in this corner. Is there any screws down here? I can't see none. Okay, so the DVD drive just pulls out like so, and now how do we get this bottom off? Is there any screws there? I can't see none. None underneath the DVD drive. Is there one here? Yes, there is. Okay, so that's all the screws removed. Now we need to find out how the laptop comes apart. I think it's just underneath here, because there is a little clip. There's another one here. Let's try that again. Oh, there we go. Just unclip all that. Remove this hard drive. That should pull out. What hard drive do we have? We have a normal Samsung hard drive, momentous Seagate. It doesn't say what RPM, but it was manufactured in 2012. Probably the release date of this laptop. And there's another screw here, which was underneath the hard drive. We can put that there. There's none there. There's not one there. So there we should be able to. Should be able to pull. Okay, I'm guessing there's some screws underneath the keyboard as well. So let me just bring you round. So we can see. How does this keyboard come out? It comes out somehow. Okay, I'm just going to pause the video here, just want to get the laptop apart. Okay, so I've had to take the keyboard off as there's some more screws holding the case down. HP really don't want you getting into these laptops. I'll just leave these screws over here so I don't get confused what they are for. There's just one more there. That is all the keyboard screws. Okay, so now we have the top off. The top comes off, not the bottom. Now we want to disconnect the HDMI, the display ribbon, like so. And then there should be some screws. There's one here. So we can keep them on separate. Two. It is a ribbon cable that we need to take off here. Is there any more screws holding anywhere? Apparently not. So now this should just lift up. I can't see how it comes off. You need to disconnect the hard drive cable. I've got some more screws somewhere. Okay, so we have the motherboard off. Took me quite a while. That is the SATA connector for the Wi-Fi card. Let's just check the heatsink. There's no dust there. But we will take the fan off, just give it a clean. It's not exactly that dusty. How does this fan come off? Does it come off all as one? We'll find out. Alright then, let's undo these screws and see how that thermal paste is. Okay, so now that should just come off there. Is there something holding that down? I'm not sure. I can't see nothing. Oh, well, that's come off. I need to put that back on. Is there a screw holding this down? Very slippy. Okay, I see. Is there a clip this side? No, there's no screw that side either. Oh, it was just glued down with some super glue. Okay, that looks clean inside there. Any screws holding that? Okay, there is two tiny screws here. I don't know if this screwdriver can. Oh, yes, it can. Okay, that's fine. Okay, there we go. Oh, look at all that. Look at all that dust. All that dust build up. No wonder it's been getting hot. Well, we need to get that out. Let's get some cotton buds. So. I need to get me some air, some canned air, so I can clean these out in the future with some proper air cleaner. But now what we're going to do is just clean the heatsink. I'm just going to spray all that on there. Give this a good clean. Look how crusty that is. That is just horrible thermal paste. That is not what you want to be cooling your CPU. Okay. Let's get some tissue now, just so I can clean what then the base here. There we go. There we go. That is nice and clean. Now, oh, that looks nice and clean too. Let's just put that aside. Now it's time to clean the CPU. Just trying to get a good angle on the CPU so you can all see. There we go. That should be fine. Let's give that a clean. Sorry about the viewing angles. As you can see, I'm using a short tripod. I don't have the funds yet to get a bigger tripod, which is why most of my videos are at awkward angles. But hopefully in the future I can improve on that. There we have nice new surface to put thermal paste on. Okay, now first of all we need to get this bracket in place. So that is now in place. Okay, so now we can put the fan back together now before we put the heatsink back on. But first, let's just give that a little clean. Just give all these little fans fins a wipe down. So the same on this side. Let's get a bit of tissue and just wipe it down. There we go. And that is all that. Now we can put the cover back on, which is here, and that goes on that way. Clip that into there, and now we need to get those small tiny screws screwed back in. I can't see because the shadow is in. My shadow is in my own light, so I can't line. There we go. There's one in, and then we just need to tighten that up without knocking my tripod over. Okay, that's that one in. So now we need to do this side. That is all done. Oh, the back plate has come off again. Don't want it to be sticky. I like it. Okay. Now we can apply the thermal paste. I can never get this top off with just my finger. With just my fingers. I have to bite it off. Just a straight line will do. Right, we need to push that down, and then we can screw. Oh, sorry. Awkward angles. Let me see if I can just tilt that up a bit. There we go. That's better. Now we can screw this one. There's one. And then okay, so there is that all refirm all pasted, and now we can get to putting the laptop back together. Right then, now I'm hoping you can all see what I am doing. I hope you can. We just need to put this fan connector back in. Come on, fan connector. Okay, fan connector is now in. That was very fiddly. Okay, now what we can do is just bring the case back over, and then we can start getting the laptop back together. So let me just move these over here, and then hopefully you can get a good view of what I'm doing. Let's just move those there. Move all that rubbish over there. A moment. Then we can get the laptop back over, and it needs to go. I do believe it goes this way. And it should slot back into there, like so. Supposed to get rid of this cable. I'm not sure that's going to jump. There we go. Now there was only one screw holding it down, so let me just get that. That screw was from here. Next we can connect these USB ports back up. Oh, so before we put the top base back on. And then we can connect the LCD connector. Make sure we don't damage anything. Oh boy, that's been really hard to get back on there. There we go, that's all on. And then we can connect this. Okay, that one has also been really hard to get on. There we go. That one is now connected. We've got the CPU connected, fans all clean. I just need to make sure I'm not forgetting anything else. That's fine there. Now we can get to put the top back on. And this already has some wires on here that need to be connected back up. So we got the audio charging cable. Then we have the power button, which is slots in here. So that's not in properly. Just turn it round just so I can make sure it's in. There we go, that's all that connected. Then we have the mouse to connect up. You can probably hear my birds in the background. They've been very noisy. Oh, that's still not in right. Is that in right? Okay. That is everything connected back up now. Okay, so now we can push the DVD drive back in, just to give it some weight. So it's easy to get down. Then we need to turn it upside down and connect up this connector. So which way does that go? Oh, these connectors are really hard to get in because they are keyed. Okay. Okay, so that'll go there. And then we've got the Wi-Fi card to put in. That just sits in there, like so, and then we can screw that in. Okay, now we can turn it back around. And then install these smaller screws from where the keyboard was. So let's get all of those in. There's one here. There's one there. and one there. There's also one hiding over here. One also goes here. Okay, now that is all of those screws now put in, and then I think the next thing is the keyboard. Let's make sure that's sitting in there properly. Okay, I think that has to go underneath there. Okay, no it doesn't. It just wasn't in properly. Okay, now that's done. Okay, before that goes on, that is a lot. Okay, now that's fine. Next, we're just going to connect the keyboard connector back up. No, that hasn't gone in. Okay, now we can clip the keyboard back into place. Like so. Now so it's all clipped in. Let's give it a little push along the keys and just down the edges. There we go. Now that is all that done. Now we can flip it upside down and then get the hard drive back in. Very fiddly, these cables. That through there, like so. Then we can get the memory modules back in. And then we have, oh, I know what I did there, I forgot to put the screw back underneath the hard drive, which is just here. go. That is all that underneath there. All nice and smooth. Now we can continue to put these screws back in. We have one that goes inside there, and then we've got another one for the DVD drive, if I can find that, which is just here. Okay, that's all that done. That is all that tightened up, and now we can continue to put the battery back, and then we can put the back cover back on. Okay, and there we have it, all done. And then we're going to give it a clean. With some isopropyl alcohol. Get rid of all that sticky residue. There we go. Now let's get some clean tissue and just give it a final wipe over. Just get rid of any residual marks. There we go. That looks a lot shinier. Look how much dirt was on there. The camera's picking it up. It was very dirty. There was a lot of dirt on that. Okay, so now we're going to clean the base. sure this is clean. And then we can clean the screen and wipe over. Get rid of all those nasty fingerprints that was covered all over this screen. There we go. Now we're just going to clean the bottom of the laptop. Okay, now we are going to go over to my capture device again and hopefully it loads up. Okay, so now we're going to pair on the laptop for the first time since cleaning. And there we go, there we have it. Loading into Windows. And then we can check for any, we can check the CPU temps. That last time I was on here, earlier in the video, the temperature is around 40 to 60 Celsius. So I'm hoping that this thermal paste has relieved a lot of that hot temperature. We just have a few things left to do now, and that is just to install Microsoft Office and apply some additional tweaks. Okay, so let's open up Core Temp. It seems to be a lot faster already. Okay, there we go. We are now in the low 40s, high 30s. Better than it was last time. It was in the 50s to 60s. Let's see if we have any sound. Okay, so it still seems to be loading up. Go into Control Panel. Test the sound, see if that is working. Yep, sound is all fine. So we can configure those, get them all set up. Okay, we can close out of that. Let's make sure the charging port is working. So that was disconnected, and I want to make sure that it still charges for the customer. And do we have a charge? Apparently not. So why is that not charging? Okay, that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. And let me know in the comments what you thought of the video and what you think of this great little laptop.